Alright y'all, so the fastest and easiest way to get to $1,000 a day or more is by horizontal scaling. With that said, vertical scaling is also very important, can also get you to huge numbers. But if you know how to do both, you combine both vertical and horizontal scaling, you can reach massive numbers. Today we're going to talk about how to properly vertically scale your Facebook ads. Alright, what's going on y'all? I'm Braden, Wuerch. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure to hit subscribe. I continue to over-deliver insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Alright guys, so this is part 2 of the video I did the other day on mastering Facebook ads. The other day, if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. We cover horizontal scaling. And if you watch that video, you know that horizontal scaling is the fastest and easiest way to get to $1,000 a day or more using Facebook ads. But with that being said, vertical scaling is still very important. It's very important for sustainability, and it's very important to go ahead and combine horizontal and vertical scaling to go ahead and reach massive numbers. You can reach massive numbers just using horizontal scaling, but if you're able to combine the two and you're able to successfully horizontally scale your ads and vertically scale them, you guys will absolutely kill it. This is how you do the six-figure months or more. It's by combining successful horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. So today we're going to cover exactly how you should go ahead and go about vertically scaling your Facebook ads now, because there's been a lot of recent algorithm changes, all of that. So this has come about from a lot of testing, taking what's working big time right now, and I'm giving it to y'all. So we're going to cover exactly how to do that. So pairing horizontal and vertical scaling is by far the best strategy you can do. And once you do that, you're successfully essentially mastering Facebook ads. Once you're horizontal scaling to different countries, you're scaling horizontally using lookalike audiences, but then you know how to successfully vertically raise those ad sets and raise the budget without losing performance. When you combine the two, this is how you get to do 5,000 plus days. So this is very cool, guys, and they work together. But to go ahead and explain the current strategy for vertical scaling, we're going to go ahead and jump onto the computer, so let's get into it. Alright y'all, so back in the day it used to be a lot easier to go ahead and just vertically scale your ad sets. There's so much less competition using Facebook ads. Facebook ads were a lot cheaper. Essentially, if you had even just a decent product, you go ahead and boost the ad set up, boosting the budget just every couple of days, it was going to go ahead and get to a pretty massive daily budget pretty quickly. Now, if you go ahead and do that, many times even with a winning product, you'll lose performance way too quickly. So there's a few different strategies that you can take that can make your winning products vertically scale very quickly, and it will take your decent products and scale them in a way that you won't lose performance over time. So first off, for winning products, I still say to scale vertically every 2 to 3 days. This is what I've always done, and with a winning product, you're gonna know it. You're gonna have such a low cost per conversion and when you go ahead and you raise the budget, you should lose very little performance until you get to about, I'd say about $80 to $100 a day or more on the ad set. At that point, automatic bids tend to lose performance very quickly. Once you surpass $100 a day, it will start to lose performance. I've seen ad sets, I've had ad sets that are just regular automatic bids running at up to $200 a day, but never past that. But I would say between $100 a day, $200 a day, you're going to lose performance pretty quickly. But with a winning product, you can take several ad sets up to $100 a day very quickly. What I say is raise the budget every 2 to 3 days by 25 to 50%. If you go ahead and you do that, it's leaving enough time for a winning product for the ad sets to go ahead and re-optimize at the new budget. If you go ahead and you raise, say every day you're raising by 50%, you go from 10 to 15, then 15 to 22.50 or 25. You're not leaving enough time for the ad set to go ahead and re-optimize at the new budget. Essentially, why you might see performance decline after you go ahead and you raise the budget and then it'll come back up is because that ad set was optimized to give you the best performance for that current budget. So if you're running at $10 a day, it's optimized to go ahead and perform very well for $10 a day. That's why if you raise the budget then to, say $15 a day, that next day you might see the performance decline and then it'll start coming back up because it's relearning at the new budget. That's why you don't want to go ahead and, if you're at $10 a day, all of a sudden raise it to $50 a day. That's too big of a jump, and it's going to need a lot of time to optimize at the new budget. And with a raise that big, many times it won't ever optimize for that new budget. So right now for winning products, 2 to 3 days, 25 to 50%. For decent products, these are products that, they're not killing it, but they're still profitable. Right now, I say 3 to 7 days and no more than 25%. With the decent product, it's not going to be, one of these crazy winners that the one product alone is going to take you to 6 figures per month. But a decent product can still do 30 to 50,000 per month for you if you do it right and you know how to scale horizontally and then scale vertically. And scaling vertically this way is giving it a lot of time to re-optimize. Back in the day, I didn't need 3 to 7 days to go ahead and raise a budget continually on a decent product. But now with the cost of Facebook ads and the new algorithm changes, leaving 3 to 7 days is safe. You're not going to go ahead and destroy the performance of the ad very quickly if you do 3 to 7 days. Over time, you'll lose performance as you go up in budget with a decent product. But doing it every 3 to 7 days is leaving a lot of time to re-optimize at the new budget, and you'll go ahead and be able to keep that decent product with that ad set running for quite a while. So for break-even ads, you want to go ahead and keep and hold. So for break-even ad, you don't want to go ahead and kill that ad. I see too many people that have an ad set that's essentially breaking even. It's not making them any money. But one, you may get a few upsells and cross-sells, so it'll make it profitable at that point. But then two, and this is massively important, you're gaining free email lists essentially. And the email list is going to be very, very powerful for you guys on the back end. So gaining an email list for free essentially is very, very, very important. So do not destroy your break-even ad sets, even if it's a losing ad set by just a little bit, to where with upsells and cross-sells you might become profitable or at least break even with those. Definitely keep those around. Do not destroy those. They help you big time in the end. You need to know the lifetime value of your customer. And if you know that any break-even ad or even slightly losing ad is going to pay off big time in the end just by giving you power on the back end. So for losing ads, if it's performing badly after 2 days, kill it. So what I mean by this is, if you've had an ad set that you're trying to go ahead and essentially find out if it's a good ad set, if it's a good product, and after 2 to 3 days at running it, at $10 to $20 per day, if it's not performing, you need to go ahead and kill it. Now, if you've gone ahead and you've been able to successfully raise the budget and had a profitable ad set for quite a while, we're going to take a little bit of a different strategy. This is for a new ad set, a new product. After 2 to 3 days of just losing money on it, don't keep it around. There's no reason to keep it around. Very rarely will it all of a sudden optimize and turn into a winning ad. So after 2 to 3 days, go ahead and kill that ad. So I get asked the question all the time, what do I do about duplicating ad sets? So I actually don't like to duplicate ad sets typically. There's a few different times when I will duplicate ad sets. One has to do with a lookalike audience horizontal scaling strategy, and then another is the one I'm about to tell you. So as you raise the budget of your decent or winning product ad sets, over time you're going to go ahead and lose performance. One, this has to do with the higher budget, but then two, and this is the main reason, over time you're gaining negative feedback on your ads. And I've talked about this before, but negative feedback now with the recent algorithm changes, especially the one that happened in January, negative feedback has a huge effect on your ads. And so over time you're gaining some negative feedback on your ads, so your performance will start dropping. Well, what I like to do is go ahead, and when I get to the point that I'm no longer even breaking even at that new budget, let's say I'm running at $80 a day, if I'm no longer breaking even, then I'll go ahead and decrease it down to $60 a day. What should happen over the next couple days is the performance should come back up a little bit. I should get a bump in performance. It should now be profitable. But then what it's going to do is it's going to start declining again. And essentially, I'm going to keep decreasing the budget over time, running it into the ground as I go ahead and make pretty much an exact same post, but it's a completely new post, but it looks exactly the same. And I'm going to start the new ads and start them up from ground zero. So as one is coming down, the other is coming up, and I'm scaling it vertically. But a cool way that you can go ahead and duplicate, and it sometimes works, not all the time, is when you start to see that performance decline, go ahead and duplicate the ad before you start declining the budget. So if you duplicate this ad, there is a chance that this new ad set is going to perform well. It doesn't always happen, but it's at least worth a shot since you've had a decent ad set for quite a while. It's worth duplicating that. That is when I like to duplicate, along with a few other horizontal scaling strategies with lookalike audiences, but with just regular automatic bid vertical scaling, that's when I like to go ahead and duplicate. So there's obviously a lot more that goes into this. I'm going to keep doing a lot of Facebook ads videos for you guys because this is a big reason why I've been able to do over $500,000 in 8 months on one of my stores and produce several six-figure stores is the Facebook ad strategy. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't have done those numbers. So I can definitely keep doing more videos for y'all, going more in depth, showing you my ads manager and kind of taking you through the exact process of what I'm doing. I've got some old videos on my channel where I did that, but I'm going to go ahead and refresh it and go ahead and show y'all more in depth on what I'm doing. But like I said, if you haven't seen the video from the other day about horizontal scaling, you need to check that out. That is the fastest way to get you guys to $1,000 a day or more. So definitely check that out. But if you found value in this video, please leave me a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave down in the comments, if you use any of these strategies. Let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. But keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.